Today I'm going to show you 4 different ways to approach songwriting. Whether you're just starting to write songs or have you been writing a little bit already, I think this is going to give you a little bit boost for songwriting. I'm also creating a course on my Patreon page about songwriting as well, so if you want to have a deeper look at that, well, more about that course later on this video. Without further ado, let's get into the first approach that I've been using and I've been finding really helpful, and it's riff-based songwriting. So for this approach, I just recommend picking up a scale and then thinking about different approaches for that riff writing. So for example, if I just pick up the E string and take something like E Phrygian scale, which is, and then write something around this, and just focus on using as much as possible the E string. So I'll probably just start something like, then I need something to end this maybe, or to get a little bit more extra punch to it. So what we got now is like, and I think something like that. I think that works as an outro. So now we got a riff which goes pretty much something like this. It wasn't perfect, but you got the idea. What I did here was just having like an A part and then like an answer part to that riff. So try something like that. And if you want to take this even further, you can just think about if you want to use like wider intervals here, like, or if you want to use arpeggios, like, that's a little bit more like intervallic approach to it. Then on top of that, you can then decide if you want to use arpeggios or just, you know, focus more on the rhythm and groove side of that. And the next part would be pretty much the same than in my last YouTube video, which is like a rhythm-based songwriting. You can just pick up a drum groove or a rhythm that may inspire and let that guide you. So here is an example of my writing process from my last video. So as you can hear, it's quite straightforward. So I think we need to now decide what kind of riff could work with this groove. So first we have to decide the key we are going to stay. So I think using something like E minor would work. So the thing here is you can either just use like a pre-programmed drum groove or try to find something from YouTube, or then you can also pick up a phrase that really inspires you. Well, if I just take my right hand as an example and try to come up with some kind of like groove. So that's the groove, is something like, or then something like, something like that. I was consistently thinking about like just the groove, not really about the notes. that I just was playing. So first you can start that approach when it's kind of like combined with riff writing, or you can then just program something and come up with that. Use that like the rhythmical environment as an inspiration for writing music. Then we are going towards the next step, which is chord-based songwriting. And as the name suggests, it's all about the chords. I love harmonies, and I think that's one of the reasons why I used open tunings or different kind of guitar tunings. But if we just take like the standard tuning as an example, we can just pick up like the traditional four chord progression. And just try to come up with that, you know, maybe consider just limiting yourself towards this like really simple chord progression and see if that can inspire you, and see what kind of chords you can come up with that are still in that key. Like for example, oh, I made a mistake. I made a little mistake there, but you get the point with these chords. You can just try to see if you can come up with those. The other one is just like try to use open chords or open strings as much as possible. And see if you can get some inspiration from those types of chords. Just experiment and see if you can find inspiration from just that point alone. That's how I've been just finding a lot of inspiration for different types of songs that I've been writing. Just use the harmony as an inspiration to fuel your songwriting. And at the end, I have to say that like this approach can also like set the emotional mood to the song. So I think that's kind of the advantage of using this approach with chords alone. Then the last but definitely not the least is melody-based songwriting. The thing here is just find a melody. You can just pick up the scale as we did in the riff-based writing. So the idea is just to come up with a melody and then all in a sudden try to come up with the harmony that really suits well with that melody that you come up with. So a melody can be something simple like and all in a sudden that can become a chorus for a song. Part of the harmonization can be something like this. So a simple melody can become something really cool once you just create the melody itself and let your ears to guide you, and then just try to find the bass notes, and that's kind of it. I think a guiding light here with the melodies can be that, you know, as long as it's like something that you can find a meaningful melody, just stick with that and then create everything else around it. I think that will then resonate with a lot of people. So if this really helps you or you want to learn even more about songwriting, I'm launching my course, Modern Songwriting for Guitarists, on my Patreon page. There will be videos out about that topics each week for about next few months. So there is a lot of material you will learn about songwriting, and also a lot of good knowledge about my methods for using different alternate tunings and much more. Backing tracks, PDFs. Yeah, there's a lot of educational stuff going on there. So there's a link below for my Patreon page. Go check it out, and hopefully see you on that page. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you on the next one. Goodbye.